Chase,
Yes.
I just kind of wanted to, just to let you know that, there is, in fact, a Twitter account called Dormammu I've Come to Bargain. And literally, like, every single, 5 minutes, it's the same picture with the caption, Dormammu I've Come to Bargain.
Oh, frick yes.
What's this, my mantra?
It's the Wi-Fi password. We're not savages.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to our Doctor Strange review. I'm Joseph Gallion, and with me today is my cousin, and I kind of want to say you're the Wong to my Doctor Strange, because, yeah, Chase Gallion.
Hey,
Oh my gosh, this movie was so good.
it was.
Dude, okay. Where do we want to start? Let's start with, just the story in general, yeah?
Yeah.
Alright, so basically the story is the classic Doctor Strange origin, where it is, Doctor Stephen Strange is just a brilliant surgeon, and, he's got a perfect record, and it's got the bloated ego to prove it. And one day, he gets in a car accident and just absolutely mangles his hands. And
Yep.
they're completely done. Had to have metal
Done.
stents put in and everything.
Done
Just
for.
trashed. And so he spends all his money and all his time looking for something that can fix his hands. And eventually, he comes across this place run by someone who's called the Ancient One. Now, he's skeptical at first whenever the Ancient One tells him that they're sorcerers. But then he gets sent on a trippy trip through the multiverse, just seeing all kinds of things, and it's from there on he becomes the Doctor Strange we all know and love, and battles evil against the evil Caecilius, who is a follower or used to be a follower of the Ancient One, but I'm losing my words. I was doing good for a minute there, but yeah,
You were,
Caecilius, who
yeah.
used to be a follower of the Ancient One, but has now turned coats to Dormammu. All right,
Yup,
that
yup.
basically settles it
That
up.
about? Yeah,
Yeah.
sums it up right there.
All right, so there's basically four main characters, and that's Doctor Strange, the Ancient One, actually, there's more, 5 main characters, really. But
Yep.
it's Doctor Strange, the Ancient One, Mordo, or Baron Mordo for those from the comics, Baron Carl Mordo, Wong, and Caecilius,
Yep.
which is, I didn't know how to pronounce that before the movie came out, Caecilius, because
Right.
let me tell you something. Caecilius only showed up in 2 comics beforehand. I'm not joking.
Yeah,
Legitimately.
I believe it, yeah.
He was not a huge villain, and that's what I really appreciated about this movie, is that they didn't make him out to be this huge thing. He was exactly what he was in the comics, which was a follower of Dormammu,
Right.
which was really, really cool.
Yeah.
And they added a whole bunch of backstory and everything, and let me tell you something. I love Mads Mikkelsen.
Oh, yeah, you did
That
a
dude.
phenomenal job.
Yes. If they still had the Fantastic Four, he would have been the perfect Doctor Doom. Can you imagine?
Yeah, I could see it.
It's been so good. Well, hey, we still got Rogue One to look forward to. He's playing Jen Ursa's dad, so, making the
Hey.
Death Star and such. So, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go ahead and talk about the characters. Which one do you want to start out with out of the 5 that I mentioned there?
Let's go with the Ancient One. That sounds pretty
Alright,
good.
yeah. So, noticeable difference from the comics already with the Ancient One, I will say, is that she is a white lady, not an Asian old man.
Right.
Which is interesting, but they explain it in a way where they said there's been multiple different Ancient Ones in the comic, or in the lineage, and that she's just
Right.
one of many, which is true. That's also from the comics, if I'm not mistaken. Keep in mind, I don't know too much about the magic side of the Marvel Universe. That's the one side that I'm like kind of iffy on, is the magic side, because like trust me,
Right.
I know my earth based stuff, my street level, and I know my space. Let me tell
Right,
you all
yeah.
about that Nova Prime, sir.
Yeah.
But yeah, so basically the character of the Ancient One was actually surprisingly more human than I expected it to be. I expected it to be kind of like just, oh, it's the mentor, and then she dies. That's what I expected. But it was a lot more human and a lot more emotion and depth to it. By the way, we're not doing spoilers yet, just so everybody knows. Spoilers, that comes later. But yeah, so Chase, what did you think about the Ancient One?
Well, I thought she did a really good job of playing the character.
Oh yeah, the White
and,
Witch, Tilda Swinton.
Yeah.
That was
Good old
funny because
Tilda.
whenever me and my two sisters, Katie and Jackie, we went and saw it, as well as Tyler, we all went and saw it, and it was funny. As soon as she showed up, like I turned and looked at Jackie, and Jackie goes, "It's the White Witch,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Yeah, it is." Tilda
Oh,
Swinton is she's actually a really good actress, and I really liked her performance in this. Sorry, but I interrupted you. My bad.
Oh no, you're all good. Yeah, she did a really good job at playing the Ancient One, and I really feel like she did a great job at portraying what she needed to. Yeah,
Sorry, I
that's
was swallowing.
basically.
I
Oh
was-
no, you're
I
good.
was
You're
drinking
good.
while you were talking, and then awkward silence happened.
It's all good.
But yeah, so I mean, she's basically the same character as the Ancient One was in the comics. They even had like the yellow robes and everything, which is from the comics as well. But yeah, they do a lot of really interesting stuff in the movie, which I liked with her character. And not to get into spoilers territory, really, but like there's like a lot of things that you start to learn about the character, which is really interesting and gives you a lot of depth with the character before the movie's over, which is it was really cool to see, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah, moving on. You want to talk about Doctor Strange, the title character?
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I feel Benedict Cumberbatch knocked it right out of the park.
Oh yeah, definitely. I feel like he
daggum.
hit it right on the head.
Oh yeah, like that was perfect casting. And I'm about ready for Robert Downey Jr. and him to share the screen, because that'll be sick when that happens
It
in
would
Infinity
be.
War, dude.
Oh yeah,
Count me in.
definitely.
But yeah, honestly, he did a really good job portraying the character. Really got the his ego and everything great in the beginning, and like the character arc that he went through from beginning to end was really, really cool, and I enjoyed seeing that. It was kind of similar to Iron Man 1, not to lie, but it was like more extensive than it was, because he wasn't still as much of a jerk as Iron Man still is by the end of the
Right.
movie.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was
Definitely.
really cool to see. I really, really enjoyed this movie. I don't know. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I thought. I honestly felt like he could have kept his accent, and
Oh, the
the film would have
British.
been just as good. Yeah.
I
As-
appreciated that he went for the American, because like that was really good, his accent. Which I mean,
Oh
he
yeah,
is a classically
he did a
trained
great
accent.
job. You couldn't tell between the two,
Oh,
but
yeah.
I feel like even if he didn't want to do that and he just spoke normally, it would have been just as good.
Oh yeah, definitely. By the way, I
Yeah.
just noticed I said he's a classically trained accent. I meant to say actor,
Mm.
but you knew what I meant.
Yeah, I got you.
Probably. But yeah, so moving on, let's talk about Caecilius. So
All right.
yeah, again, Caecilius being someone who was like only in like 2 comics originally, not a lot to go on from the comics, so they kind of, just did what they wanted to do with the villain, and honestly, I felt like he did a really, really good job. Like, he was a really great villain for only being like a one-off.
Hmm.
Or, well, yeah, that was a bit of a spoiler. My bad. But, yeah, for, like, being a bit of a one-off character, he was really, really good. And the character development was just great on him, honestly. And it was one of those villains where he's not trying to destroy the world, necessarily. he thinks he's saving it, but from a more sinister way.
Right.
Which was really, really cool to see. It was like a lot different than, say, I don't know, Ultron or Loki or someone like that, which are just trying to like destroy humanity or to rule over humanity or something like that. Like him and Zemo are really, really like strong villains this year, and I'm glad to see Marvel taking more of a step towards stronger villains. Which I thought Ultron was a really good villain myself. I thought he was great, but like a lot of people didn't like him for whatever reason. I mean, Yellow Jacket, not a great villain because it wasn't supposed to be a great villain. It was just supposed to be a villain. But like, I'm really glad this year that they're kind of taking that step forward and making really strong villains, because like Zemo, his plan and everything, and like his backstory and his motivation was really, really well handled, as well as Caecilius's in this film. Caecilius's, I assume that's how you would say it.
Yeah, Caecilii.
Caecilii? That's multiple Caeciliuses.
Exactly.
But yeah, Mads Mikkelsen, great. Honestly, he did fantastic.
Oh yeah.
But, what was I saying? Right, yeah. What do you think, man?
He definitely did an awesome job.
Yeah.
No complaints. I did feel like it had the thing that all Marvel villains have, which is just a little bit, underwritten.
Fair enough.
Or let me rephrase that. I wanted to see more of him.
Yeah.
But there wasn't really that much of him in there.
That's what I really appreciated about the end of Civil War, was that right at the end, like, a little bit of spoilers for Civil War, but if you haven't seen it yet, what the heck are you doing here? He, like, Zemo's about to kill himself, but Black Panther stops him, and I was super glad that they didn't kill Zemo off at the end, because I want to see Zemo be, like, the character from the comics, because he basically already was that character, he just didn't have the suit, right?
Right, yeah.
Which that's what I really, really appreciated about it, is that they're keeping him around for a reason, and I like that. Maybe, like, at the beginning of Infinity War or something like that, or, like, maybe in the fourth Avengers, we get a bit of Masters of Evil action happening. That'd be nice.
Right. Yeah, it would.
That'd be sick. I'd be so excited to see that. But, right, back to Doctor Strange. What were you saying?
Oh, no, you're good. I think that about covered my my basis there.
Yeah, I thought they used Caecilius really well. He was very intimidating, honestly. Like, he was, which may just be because Mads Mikkelsen is Hannibal Lecter, of course, but, just saying. But, right, who's next? Wong?
Yeah, that works.
Yeah, alright. Yeah, we'll talk about Wong, which is, he's Wong. That was really good. I liked seeing Strange and Wong's friendship, like, starting and everything. That was really good. And, like, the running joke about him not laughing was really funny as well. And the running joke about him having one name, which also was very, very, very cool.
It was, yeah. I feel like he did a really good job, and in the story I feel like it did a good job of telling you why Wong and Doctor Strange live together in the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah, originally in the comics it was because he was like his manservant, and which is awkward, especially because he's Asian and he's the white dude and it's okay, slavery, question mark? But it was the 60s, so anyway. But like, yeah, I really liked seeing that they're just like friends and everything, and they're both just defending the world. Is Wong a sorcerer?
Yeah.
Do we ever see him using magic?
Yeah.
When? Because I mean,
at the end, he's using a relic.
Well, yeah, just because you can use a relic doesn't mean you have magic, though. I would assume.
Well, how would you use a relic?
Because they explained that the relic has magic, like they store magic inside of the relics, like the staff of the Living Tribunal, which is not a thing from the comics, by the way. I nerded out in the seat whenever they said staff of the Living Tribunal. I was like freaking out, and like Katie looked at me and she goes, "What?" And I go, "They said the Living Tribunal." She's like, "Okay." The Living Tribunal is like the physical embodiment of the multiverse, which is sick. That they referenced him in Doctor Strange. That was awesome. Like, honestly, that's so cool. But, yeah. I don't know if Wong is a sorcerer, because I mean, I don't think he is in the comics. I might be wrong.
Right.
Again, I haven't read too much Doctor Strange, but I have read a good bit. But I think he's just really, really skilled, like kung fu fighter, basically.
Right.
Again, I might be wrong, but I don't know.
Yeah, I've got a feeling you're wrong.
Oh well, thanks, mate.
Yeah, you're welcome. But anyways, moving on.
Anyway, I really like the character of Wong, but yeah, I guess that kind of like just settles it for Wong there. And last character to really talk about is Baron Mordo, or well, they really just call him Mordo in this. They don't even really call him Carl.
Yeah,
which would be kind of weird. Just all of a sudden, Rick from The Walking Dead, he's just like, "Cool, stay in the Sanctum Sanctorum." That'd be really interesting to hear them say that on The Walking Dead. Sanctum Sanctorum. Anyway, yeah, I'll let you kick this one off.
All right. Well, technically, he's, I guess he would be the Ancient One's right-hand man at this point, just like the comics, pretty much. And basically, yeah, they set you up for a really good sequel, possibly.
Yeah, seriously.
With his character.
Yeah, let's not spoil it too much for those who haven't read the comics. But yeah, just like Freehand before, I really liked the setup for it, because I figured they would take the steps for him to be like, you know, the person, or like this, they would set up for the sequel, you know, and they did it really, really well, and I really thought it was good.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so that's basically the characters. That might sum it up for our non-spoilers review. Chase, using our super special, awesome, amazing review system, would you say you are whelmed, underwhelmed, or overwhelmed with goodness from this movie? Overwhelmed,
definitely.
Yeah, boy, definitely. Like, same here, honestly, because like that movie was great.
Yeah.
If you had to give it a number out of 10, because this is apparently how we do things, or do you want to just leave it at the overwhelmed with goodness?
Yeah,
let's do it.
Let them interpret it.
Let it interpret. Is good. Go see it in theaters.
That's right.
Or wait for Netflix. Well, no, not Netflix, Redbox, or whatever name drop we're using. Go out and like rent it or buy it or something. Go see the movie. It's good.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But yeah, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into spoilers. So if you don't want to hear any spoilerific territory news, go ahead and jump off right now. So spoilers in 3, 2, 1. Dormammu! I'm sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry, dude. Whenever he flew off and started going, I was like, "Are they gonna do it? Are they gonna show Dormammu?
Yep.
They're gonna show Dormammu." And then he freaking showed up, and he had the Ripley face, like because I mean, that he looks almost nothing like he does in the comics. Keep in mind, like he doesn't have the flamey head or whatever. But the thing is his face looks perfect, because in the original Doctor Strange comics, like his original look, he had lines on his face, and that was kind of like to show like, oh, he's on fire and everything. But in this, they actually made him have lines on his face, and it's like ripples. That was so cool. I love the fact that they did that, and Dormammu was so good in this movie. And what they were thinking with this movie is that like Benedict Cumberbatch did play Dormammu, by the way.
Yep.
So like he played Doctor Strange and Dormammu, which is pretty funny, honestly. But like apparently what they were doing is they used Benedict Cumberbatch's face for Dormammu as well. And their thoughts were, in his dimension, the dark dimension, he doesn't have a need for a physical form. So whenever Strange came, he just basically used his. So it'd be interesting to see, because I mean, at the end of the movie, we find out that Mordo is trying to steal all the sorcerers' powers and all that stuff and make less sorcerers in the world, which is a really cool plot for a sequel, I will say. But yeah, I think like maybe third movie comes around, I'd say Dormammu's probably going to be the villain.
Yeah.
That's just my thoughts.
You mean Baron Mordo?
No, Dormammu for the third one, but like Mordo for the second one.
Got you.
But yeah, Dormammu was so cool. I just kind of wanted to start off spoilers with that probably the biggest spoiler. Because friggin' Dormammu, dude.
Oh yeah.
It was Dormammu. I'm sorry, I'm too excited. Too excited. But yeah, what did you think, dude? About Dormammu, at least.
Oh, I thought it was great. It was a great comedic moment. Definitely, especially when he starts using the time gem and reversing back
Dormammu,
time and everything.
I've come to bargain.
Yeah, shoot. Oh,
Which,
man.
yeah, the Time Stone was in this film, which I guess we all kind of like figured from that one TV spot that kept talking about time, and all that stuff. That was really, really cool. But yeah, Time Stone is in this, and it's in the Eye of Agamotto.
Yep.
That's interesting. I hope they don't do the thing where it's like, oh, the Eye of Agamotto doesn't have any powers except for like the only reason it has powers is because of the Time Stone. Which, of course, if they do that, I'm gonna be fine with it because after Infinity War, it'll probably be put back into the Eye or something like that, and then they'll have like the Marvel Illuminati, which is like Doctor Strange and Black Panther and Iron Man and Black Bolt and all those guys, and they'll all have like the 6 members will have the 6 Infinity Gems protecting it and whatever. Which, good lord, do not trust Tony with an Infinity Stone. We already saw what he did in Age of Ultron.
Yeah.
Don't do it again.
Right.
But yeah, but yeah. What did you think about like how they handled the Time Stone?
I feel like they did an awesome job with it. I love the fact that he just kind of stumbled onto it and then started using it.
Yeah, he never put it back down. I liked that.
Yeah.
That was funny to me. Like, he picks it up and he never puts it back down. He's like, nah, it's mine now. Well, at least until the end of the movie, he sets it back down.
Right.
But I thought that was a really cool way of explaining how the Eye of Agamotto works.
Yeah, definitely.
But, yeah, so what else in spoilers? Let's talk about, like, the Ancient One's death. You know?
Uh-huh.
Just like, I'm trying to think of all the things we can talk about before we get into the mid and post-credit scenes. But yeah, so let's talk a little bit about the Ancient One's death. I don't know. How did you think it was handled?
I mean, it was good, I guess. I didn't really have a problem with it.
I mean, I felt like it was a little... You know, now that I think about it, it really wasn't that bad. It just kind of was fast, like out of nowhere. I was like, oh no, she's dead.
Yeah. Which
I guess makes sense because it was about to that point where the was it? I'm trying to think of the word. Dude,
come
help.
on. Spit it out.
It's somebody who helps lead the younger person. What is it? Oh my gosh. What a doctor with the
apprentice?
No, that's what the apprentice is. But like, it's the apprentice is the apprentice. But I can't remember what it's called. It's the mentor. Mentor. There we go.
Okay, yeah.
Gosh. It was about to that bit where it's like the mentor is going to die or whatever, and have that little bit in there. I guess I should have seen it coming, but it really did kind of come out of nowhere. I wasn't expecting it at that point. I kind of expected her to be there at the end. I don't know why. I should have saw it coming.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, the Ancient One died in the comics, so I should have seen that coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Anyway, I just accidentally whacked my microphone. Did you hear that?
I did.
Oh well, good. I guess. But yeah. Any other spoilers to really talk about?
Not really. I don't think so.
You cannot stop me, Mr. It's Doctor. Mr. Doctor. No, it's Strange.
No, maybe. Who am I to judge?
Maybe. Who am I to judge? I love
that was awesome.
That was good. The jokes
Yeah.
in this movie were really good. I don't think there was any that really like didn't land for me.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I think it was a little like they landed at first, but it was kind of weird seeing. I don't know. Maybe it was just the fact that it was Sherlock cracking off jokes. Just I don't know.
yeah, true.
It's weird.
I really did like the humor in this. It wasn't. I noticed both in Civil War and this, they didn't have as much humor as the other ones. Maybe I don't think they're moving away from it. I just think it's also a tonal thing because I mean, in Ant-Man and Age of Ultron, there was a ton of jokes. Less
Right.
so in Age of Ultron, obviously, but Guardians of the Galaxy, good lot of jokes. Winter Soldier, not very many. The only really joke I can remember is the one about where Nick Fury's in the shield car, and he's like asking what does work because like the takeoff.
And it says the
It's
AC.
not working. Yeah, he goes, well, what is working? Air conditioning is fully operational. And I was like, yes! That was funny. But
Yeah.
that's, like, the only one I can really remember, except for, like, some quippy banter. Not banner. That's the Hulk. Quippy
Right.
Hulk.
Yeah.
But, like, you know,
Oh, right.
you know what I mean? Like, say, Falcon saying, like, you're heavier than you look. I had a big breakfast. Or whatever.
Yeah.
That stuff, like, that's... To me, that's not necessarily like jokes and stuff like that. That's characters interacting with each other and making the universe more fleshed out.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I say happened in Batman vs. Superman whenever Wonder Woman shows up and Superman asks, is she with you? And he goes, I thought she was with you. Or whatever.
Yeah.
Well, it would have been what that was if, like, he wasn't legitimately with... if she wasn't legitimately with Batman because he sent her the email and everything,
Mm-hmm.
which was like, dude, she is with you. But yeah, I think that's basically everything. Really, we talked about the humor and all that.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, the effects were insane, dude.
They were. Yeah.
That was really good. That's some of the best effects I've ever seen in any movie, and I liked how. Whenever like the first few trailers came, I bumped my microphone again. I need to stop moving my hands. No one can see me. I I do that too much where I'm talking and I just move my hands and everything.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I know whenever like the first few trailers were coming out, everybody was like, "Well, it looks like there's an Inception ripoff," and then you get into the movie and it's like, "What?
Yeah.
Nah."
Pretty crazy.
Fun fact.
Okay.
The creators for Doctor Strange used to drop acid to come up with their ideas for the comic.
You don't say.
Yeah, and you can tell with the movie because all of this stuff is from the comic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The earlier comics
Yeah,
too.
no,
So
seriously, like look at like some of the earlier like Steve Ditko stuff. I think it was Steve Ditko. I might be wrong. But,
yeah.
Yeah.
I believe so.
I think it was Ditko. I don't know. But anyway, getting into the post and end credits scene, starting with the post. Thor? Yes!
Yep.
Dude, Thor Ragnarok is going to be so insane.
It is. Yeah.
I mean, I assume Doctor Strange's like role in that film will only be minor, or like it won't be huge. It'll just be him trying to find Odin, basically, and then that's it. And then they leave, and that's like the only role he has in the movie. Like I assume it won't be huge, right? That's just my thoughts. But like I thought it was really cool, and you notice how Doctor Strange has like the yellow gloves on his hand now.
Yeah, I saw that.
I was like, yeah. I was wearing my new Marvel shirt that had Doctor Strange like front and center, and it's all like the classic designs. And I was like, yeah, they did the thing. They did the thing.
Right. Oh,
Sorry, I had to get a swig of water.
you're good.
My throat's been kind of sore lately, but you know, anyway. But yeah, so basically it confirms that Doctor Strange will be in Thor Ragnarok. And that's going to be so cool. The scene was actually directed by Taika Waititi, the director of Thor Ragnarok, actually.
Right.
Really cool. That's what Thor: The Dark World, the end credit scene or the mid credit scene for that one, the one with the collector, that was directed by James Gunn, the guy who directed Guardians and is directing Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Makes sense.
Yeah. Which is, honestly, I think that's really cool that they can just do that. But, yeah, honestly, it's just Doctor Strange and Thor meeting for the first time, which is awesome. And, the cool joke where he just, changes the coffee into beer. That was really cool. I like that. And it was basically the Doctor Strange I've always known from the comics, which was really cool, where it's just, what is happening?
Right.
Just the weirdest things happen whenever you're around Doctor Strange. And I thought that was really cool. Just like him drinking it and then it's all of a sudden refilling itself. I thought that was really cool. I like that. But so that's basically it for the mid-credit scene, really. It's just that little cool bit. But want to get into the post?
Let's.
All right, why don't you go ahead and explain it? Or wait, you didn't stay and see it, did you?
I was about to say, yep, nope.
Dang. All right, well, I guess me explaining it to you will be really the only thing you've really ever heard about it, huh? Or did you read a thing about it?
I didn't get to read about it, sadly.
Oh, well, okay. Well, get ready to find out what happens. So, you remember the guy that Doctor Strange learned about? For the life of me, I cannot remember what that place in Nepal was called, where he learnt the mystic arts. Do you remember?
Not gonna lie, I don't remember either.
It was. I don't know.
It's difficult stuff.
It was something.
Guys.
It was something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But he sees the dude who told him about the guy who was completely paralyzed and couldn't move anything. He goes up to him, and through the during the film, we find out that the only reason he's able to move is because he was selfish, and instead of taking a higher calling, he's just using the magic to move and to have a normal life, right? And we just see Mordo come in from behind, and all of a sudden you know something's going down, something's not right. He's just the way that everything's happening, and Mordo's just asking him what's going on, how are you, and stuff like that. But he's being very kind of scary about it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
And basically, what happens is that the dude realizes that he's really off-putted. Yeah, sure, whatever.
That Mordo's being very off-putting.
Yes, there we go. And he swings a crowbar at Mordo. Mordo obviously blocks it and everything. And then he goes, "I've realized what's wrong with the world. There are too many sorcerers." And he takes his magic.
Okay.
And takes his magic, and then it fades to black and it says Doctor Strange will return.
Yeah.
So basically, probably the plot of the second film will be Wong and Doctor Strange trying to stop Mordo from stealing everybody's magic.
Right.
Which is super exciting, because that's going to be an awesome plot.
Yeah, that'll definitely be fun.
Yeah, I'm so excited for this. This is going to be good.
Yep.
All right, but yeah, so since you didn't get to see it, I guess that's really everything. Honestly, would you say this or Civil War is the better Marvel film this year?
Oh, Civil War.
Yeah, same. I would still say that it was Civil War was the better film, but I mean, not to put this film down at all. It's just that Civil War was such a great film, but this was amazing and blew my expectations out of the water. I figured it's going to be a good movie, but then it came out and I was like, oh my gosh!
It was a good movie. It was a great movie.
It was fantastic.
Oh,
but
man.
yeah, I mean that's basically everything I kind of wanted to say. That everything you good?
Yeah.
All right.
Got everything out there in the open.
Call it now. If you really enjoyed listening to this review, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Comment, all the YouTube biz. If you want to, go ahead and follow us on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook at Heroic Power ENT. I actually changed the Facebook page, so it's ENT again. Or not again, now it's ENT, so, everything's the same. I might change the YouTube page to Heroic Power ENT as well. But I don't
Okay.
know. We'll see. We'll see.
All right.
But I'm Captain JSSG at Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat. Follow me if you feel so inclined. And
Yep.
Chase, go ahead.
Mm-hmm. All right. I'm Chase.Gallium1 at pretty much anything you can find me on because I don't know what I got. Ba-boom.
You got it. You can find you on what?
Chase.Gallium1. Boom.
There we go. Because you can find him on Musically. He's one
Everything.
of those. He's one of those guys.
Everywhere.
He's one of those. You just look him up on Musically, and he's doing Ariana Grande songs.
That's right.
There you go. But so for Heroic Power Entertainment, I'm Joseph Gallion.
And I'm Chase Gallion.
Well, I'm trying to think of something funny to say, but it left.
It's okay. Your voice is enough.
Thank you. By the hoary hosts of Hogarth. That's something from the comics, Doctor Strange.
Yeah,
That's
there
a
we go.
spell.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Bye.